Wall Street just hit a record high, but the reason might surprise you. The US economy actually lost jobs last month, and that completely changed what investors are expecting from the Federal Reserve. And there are 4 more stories moving the market that you need to know before Monday. Let's get into it. Number 5. SpaceX stock gets attention. SpaceX shares are back in focus. The stock has been trading heavily as more shares became available following the expiration of a post-IPO lockup period. That means investors are watching closely to see whether the additional supply puts pressure on the stock. Reuters. For traders, this is one stock worth keeping on the radar next week. Number 4. AI stocks remain a major market driver. AI is still one of the biggest stories on Wall Street. But here's the interesting part. Some companies can report strong earnings and still see their stock fall if investors think expectations were simply too high. That's exactly why investors are becoming more selective about AI stocks.
3. Earnings are still surprisingly strong. Corporate earnings continue to support the market. According to Reuters, around 85% of S&P 500 companies that have reported so far have beaten analyst expectations. Reuters. That's important because strong earnings can give investors a reason to keep buying stocks, even when economic data looks weaker. 2. The Fed just got a new problem. Here's where things get really interesting. The US economy unexpectedly lost 23,000 jobs in July, while economists had expected an increase of around 80,000. Previous job numbers were also revised lower. Reuters. That pushed traders to reduce expectations for a September Fed rate hike. But there's a catch. Inflation is still above the Fed's 2% target, so the Fed now has to balance 2 problems: a cooling labor market and persistent inflation. Reuters. 1. The S&P 500 just hit a record. And now, the biggest story. The S&P 500 closed at a new record high on Friday. For the week, the S&P 500 gained about 3.6%, while the Nasdaq jumped more than 5%. Reuters. So here's the big question going into next week. Can stocks keep climbing if the economy is starting to slow? That's what investors will be watching. So those are the 5 biggest stories investors are watching right now. But remember, a strong stock market doesn't automatically mean every stock is a good investment. Do your own research and understand the risks before making any investment decision. And now, I want to know, do you think the Fed will cut rates next, or will inflation force them to stay tough? Drop your prediction in the comments. See you in the next market update.